Hi everyone! It has been a hot minute since I have been able to sit down and do this. There was one that I recorded, and if you know, you know what happened with that one. But yeah, it's been a lovely, lovely, lovely spring. I have been enjoying my time so much. I had a birthday. Everyone else had a birthday. I got to take some of my best friends home to St. Louis with me, which was honestly really, really, really special. And it, of course, came with its familial drama. Thank you. You're officially initiated into the family. And you can never leave me. But wow, yeah, it's been a wild spring, and summer is upon us, and I'm so excited. I love this weather, and I live for it in Chicago. I mean, like, people are not kidding around whenever they're talking about how truly amazing Chicago summer is, and I literally live for it. Like, I feel the energy flowing through my bones as I walk around. Tiny little thing. The other night I was walking, and was this last night? No, I think I'm mixing up two nights. But basically, both these nights, I was walking around. It was right around sunset or after sunset. I promised Dad I'm being safe. I promise. But yeah, I was walking, and it's just been such lovely weather, and people are sitting on the edge of their balconies in pajamas. I saw this girl sitting literally on the edge, and I could just see her pajama pants and the edge of her hoodie, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. And she's talking to someone, and yeah, and then I remember also seeing these windows open, and I looked up, and you could hear some jazz music playing, and they had the windows open because obviously it was a beautiful night. And I don't know, I love seeing it. I love just walking by and being able to feel people's happiness. I really, really, really strive for a community, and I love being a part of a community. I love being a part of people's lives, and I love when people are a part of my life, and I think that it is something that I continually show up to try to do and try to put energy into. And I think that counts. Walking and just finding a moment like that I didn't even see those people's faces, either that girl or the people that were in the apartment with their windows open and the mood lighting and the jazz. No, we didn't even talk, we didn't see each other, but still there was this moment of connection, even though it was only one-sided on my end. But I don't know, I think that's so, so, so beautiful. And yes, and because I've been so busy and I haven't been able to do this, and I've been creative in other ways. If you saw my birthday party pictures, yeah, they ate. I ate that down. I was really, really, really proud of that. I put a lot of energy and a lot of time into that. And so, yeah, with this, I'm now excited to get back into this and regularly get back into editing and everything and improve my skills every single time. Because it's okay for bad. It is okay for bad. It is okay if it doesn't look good, and it is okay. And I keep making TikTok videos too because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy talking to people, and I like putting my voice out there, and it doesn't matter if other people don't care. Scroll, right? I don't know. I feel sometimes I have to remind myself that other people do this. Other people feel the way that I feel. There are sometimes when I don't feel people relate to me in that sort of way of constantly needing attention and time and thought. But it's not something that I don't need someone to be in my face and be okay, you have my attention, what do you need to say? No. It's just I like thinking. The other day I texted my friend Gianna, who's a tiny little girl, and I said, did you know you're a foot tall? Because it was a thought that popped up into my head, and I thought it was hilarious. And so I texted it to her. I was she's tiny, I'm huge. I think it probably had to do with the fact that I was seeing more pictures of myself at my niece's party, and I'm pretty tall, and I wore these big old wedged heels, and none of my other friends did, and I'm already drastically taller than them, plus I had heels on. So I looked just ginormous. And also I feel people like, people are always like, oh, you're not ginormous. What's wrong with being ginormous? Who said I didn't want to be a big boy? You know what I mean? Like, I like being big. I like being tall. I will say, in this bed, with my 30 pillows, there's 5. But with my 35 pillows, I do feel a bit big sometimes. But anyway, my tangents. I think that going through life and getting into my adulthood, I really have, especially in the past like year or so, but even especially like the past few months, I just keep thinking about like who I was as a child. And I think that this is, I don't want to like make a generalized statement here or exclude anyone, but I feel like people that have more like creative minds or creative leaning interests, I feel like a lot of the time, like they circle back around to the child that they were. And I don't want to take that away from anyone that's like into finance, you know? Like I don't want to take that away at all, you know, maybe like outside in your hobbies or something like, well, I mean, this is my hobby. This isn't my career, you know what I mean? Like right now. Like, you know, I am in childcare. So, I don't know, but like circling back, like I just keep like thinking back to who I was when I was 5 or 7 or 9. And I keep talking about her. I keep talking about like those different time periods of my life and who I was and what I was interested in. And like, I think that there's always like a little piece of you at every stage of your life that of course like lives within you. Like, you know, your memories aren't like erased. Like, you know, you're not completely disconnected from that human being. But like I just built off of the 7-year-old that fell in love with the Wizard of Oz and Judy Garland and learned every single fact about her and dressed up for her for my booography in 5th grade and was Dorothy multiple years in a row, at least 2, if not like 3, I think. And took acting classes because of how much she loved the Wizard of Oz and saw Wicked with the original cast, might I add, twice, and even traveled across the state to Kansas City from where I was from in St. Louis to go and see it for my 10th birthday. I just like now, like I have like a Wicked tattoo, you know, like there are these things that always are like full circle and they kind of come back to you. And I don't know, I feel it so like deep within my soul. And I think that another part of it, like bringing it back to like, the community thing, is that like I just listened to, I love that I always like bring it back to like some form of like media that I like just recently consumed. I'm like, oh, here's this thought. Oh yeah, and here is how it got even more amplified. So I was already having these feelings about Judy Garland and Mackenzie and Disney Channel and theater and being interested in all of this and community. And then I was listening to the Good Hang podcast by Amy Poehler's, and she had Jonathan Groff on, and he was talking about the community of it and how like it literally is not just like a, hey, how you doing? Yep, I'm gonna play this part. Bye. Like at the end, like, nice to meet you. We had a great day. No, like you go, you're a part of this, and you leave with family. And like, I think that is just who I am as a person. I think that is something that like I need out of my life. Like I don't like this all, oh yeah, hey, how's the weekend? Hey, how's the kids? All right, cool. Like mine was great too. 85 this Saturday, right? Like I can't like I don't know. I feel more depth than that. Not to say that there's anything incorrect with that. It just, that's fine. Some people are more isolated and they care to kind of keep like within like their own circle, but I constantly want to be pulling people into mine. I constantly want to be like, hey, look at this. Hey, look at that. Listen to this. Tell me what you like. What, like, you know, what can I get into? Let me tell you a story about that. Like I constantly want people to be a part of this like ever-growing circle that I don't even want to claim like is mine. Like I want to be in continual orbit with people, you know, like I want to just continually move around and find different things and find different people. And And I'm not trying to be like, oh, 30 years, 9 to 5 in a cubicle. Like, I can't do that life. I just, taking a little bit of time off of like making these videos, I was honestly a little frustrated because I was kind of thinking a lot about not failure, but just like continually wanting to show up and either not being able to, or showing up and it not being the effort that you wanted, or putting in a lot of work and it not coming out to be what you want. It can be obviously like really discouraging. Of course, like I know a lot of people in my life that have like a lot of perseverance. They have a lot of dreams and they have a lot of goals and they meet those goals, of course. But there's just like a certain part of the things that I think about on a daily basis that I feel like I don't connect with people around me on, and that's okay. We all have different dreams. I just keep continually thinking about, I don't even want to say failure, because like failure is like not being able, it feels like not being able to like do something, but just like I thought that whenever I started this summer, I'd be like lifting and I would be more muscular and like things like that. And there are obviously things that stood in the way, and decisions I made to be a part of certain things or not a part of certain things, and when to start. And I've been thinking about all of this a lot lately, and it's so interesting because it's like you kind of fight yourself on it where you're like, okay, I'm not showing up in the way that I want to be. But then you're like, but I am showing up today and tomorrow. And I'm continually being like, okay, that's not what I wanted. Try again. Like the overall, like that is not failure. And I have to keep reminding myself that like there is no shame. And especially because like only you know what I mean? Like only you know, or only you care that like you didn't go to this workout, that you didn't get this video recorded, that you haven't sent this email back. That you haven't texted this friend about this thing yet. Like you haven't looked into this. Like I feel like I like let this like weigh really heavy on myself a lot more recently as well. But like I continually have to, and this is not something I used to do, which is why I feel like I keep talking about it. But I did not used to just like be like, okay, and reset. Like which is hard, by the way, like constantly having to go in this like circle of like, okay, get up. Like it literally feels like those like cartoons, like where like they live like the day over and over and over. And then every single time you see it, it goes like faster and faster and faster. Like it literally feels like that in like some ways. But like there is no other choice. You know what I mean? Like I am at like a point in my life where I'm like, okay, like I don't have another choice. You've tried this. You've tried going down this path for your career, for your fitness, for your health, for your diet, for how you take care of yourself, and it's not giving you the results that you want. So try this, try that, try again. And I feel like I've been so like, it doesn't matter. Like life is life. Let it come at me. And I'm like so done with that. Like I really feel like I could like go back to 21 to 24-ish me and be like, girl, try. Like it's okay to try. Like I feel like I wanted to go back and I hate saying go back because like I am like such like a no regrets person. Like I truly am. Like I wouldn't be where I am if I wouldn't have made those choices. And at the time, those choices fully, I believe, were correct for me. But, and they worked for like a certain period of time. Like I was vegan for a long time. I used to use this toothpaste for this amount of time. I was in this career for this amount of time. And that's great. And you take everything that you learn from those items, those positions, those environments, and you take them and mold them into something new. But I don't know. There's just something like I want to care for myself and for my life. I want to do it harder. And talking to you like this is one of them. Creating anything is part of it. Getting better at makeup is part of it. Getting better at hair is part of it. Caring more about my diet and how I move my body and what is important to me and who I see on the weekends. Like these are the things that are like I'm like really reflecting on, like, if I don't want to be a part of something, I want to say no. And I used to, especially in college, like I used to just not say no. I'd be like, why would you give this opportunity away? Because it was an opportunity. And it's like, okay, well, like the time will still pass. Like you can just choose to do something else. Like the true like environment of it all sometimes was like, it just wasn't for me. It just was not, it just didn't feel good. I get very excited to have all of the time that I do. And of course, and I don't really want to go into this a lot today because I don't really feel it nearly as much in summer because I can go out. Like I said at the very beginning of the video, I saw all those people in the windows and on the patio ledge, her balcony ledge, and I see people riding in the streets with their friends. Like this all brings me joy. Like this all brings me joy, genuine, pure joy. I love going out on the street and walking. I love going to grab something to eat. I love seeing people. I like putting on a cute little outfit and leaving and just going and doing whatever I want. Going to the movie theater, going to Barnes & Noble, going to get a coffee. Like I genuinely find so much joy and entertainment in it. Do I talk to a lot of people? Not really. Should I? Maybe. We're working on it, but also like not. Like we're not like it's not a goal, but it is something that I'm keeping in like the back of my head to, always like leave open opportunities to make these connections because I in some way, shape, or form, I do want to be the person that's like walking down the street and is like, oh, hey, Tom. Hey, how's the mom? Hey, oh my God, Kathy. Hey, across the street. How are you and the baby doing? You guys good? Okay, great. Oh my God, Sarah, so crazy to meet you on the same block as the other two people that I know here in downtown Chicago. But how was the show on Saturday? How did your show go? Like, I do want to be that person, And maybe a therapist can like give me the answer to all this because like I'm like thriving in all of these moments, and sometimes I'm like, and I don't want to overuse this word because I don't like when people are, because I kind of think like, next generation, what are they going to say that we said that was like not okay? And I think like crazy and stuff like that, like psycho, like I feel like they're going to be like, no. Like people that have like diagnosed like schizophrenia and paranoia, like you can't say that stuff. I do feel that way. I think I'm predicting that like our kids will be like, you cannot say that about, like, you cannot be like, oh my God, I'm crazy, I'm psycho. Like when there are like literally people that like have like diagnoses that need help or, need to like stay in like a certain type of facility to help themselves and yada yada. Like I really do think that. So I don't want to say this, but I want to say something manic. Sometimes I feel manic adjacent. I don't want to say that I actually feel manic because I do have bipolar in the family. I do not think that I'm bipolar. I have not looked into it either. I have not seen any issues with it. Let's leave that there. But with those adjacent feelings, I sometimes am like, like I run around and I do this and I go there and I do that and I'm watching this media and I'm going to see a movie and I'm watching TikTok and I'm making a video and then I'm editing and then I'm looking at my Instagram story and I'm taking pictures and I'm listening to a new album, and it's just like constantly like inhale, and like it brings me like I get like physically shaky listening to things, watching things, walking around, the nice weather, the breeze, the sun hitting my skin. Like I cannot even explain this, and I want people to tell me how they feel in their everyday lives. Like catch me in the winter when I'm like literally Bella in Twilight. Literally, but like right now, like I have freckles, I'm tan, I'm wearing makeup, I'm about to go hang out with my friends here soon. Like it's summertime in Chicago. Like let's drink a Shirley Temple or something. I don't know. I feel like I've rambled in 10,000 million circles, but basically to sum up my hypothesis thesis, let this be my closing paragraph. I think that failure is one of my favorite words this year, and I want to continue to fail. I want to continue to embarrass myself, and I want to continue to get rejected in different ways. I have been losing Instagram followers and then gaining a couple and then losing some. I think I'm funny. I do not care really if other people think I am funny or not. I do think that I am very funny. I do think that I'm witty. I think that I am smart. I think that I'm very capable. And I think that I'm talented in things that I've barely even given a try. And I don't mean that in a cocky way. I mean that in like I've thought about it. I've dreamt about it. I have these feelings in my heart. And I want to put them out into the world. And I will continue to be completely shameless about it. And I want to continue showing up for myself. We're pretty much like halfway through the year. And I want to continue showing up for myself and being absolutely off the rails. Is that going to be another one that my kids like when I'm like obviously rich and famous and a celebrity, they're going to come back and they're going to see this video and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, Mackenzie said off the rails. You can't say that. She said manic. You can't say that. Like she literally doesn't, she is not a part of that community. She can't say that. Are they going to say that? If so, this is my official YouTube apology. This is my official YouTube apology. I apologize to everyone in this community that I have said that. I was trying to be funny and it was not funny. I was trying to be descriptive and I should have used a thesaurus and found different words. I appreciate everyone that has stood by me and I hope that you will accept my apology so that we can move forward. Okay. I've missed this. I love talking to myself in a room, going in circles about nothing. I love every single one of you, and I hope that you have a good day, and a good week, and a good month, and a good year. Be kind.